In this video, I want to look at an important skill that is needed to work with Mathematica notebooks. It is the idea of creating cells that are not just input cells. So this is the notebook that we downloaded in the previous video, and what I want to do is I want to just kind of scroll through this notebook, and we're going to look at a problem down here in the plot section. And the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to read question 5. So stop the video, read question 5, and then start the video back up. Now hopefully you did that. Question 5, first of all, is about output that is generated by the input cell that is right before it. So this input cell right here. And when I activate that cell, I get this particular graph. And question 5 is asking, is this graph what you expected from this particular function? Now, that requires a written response, and a written response should be in something called a text cell. Now, all of these cells that I'm writing are text cells. The thing about cells, though, is that if you create a cell, the default cell is an input cell. So I want to go through the process of creating a text cell versus an input cell. The first thing that I want you to notice is that if you look at where my mouse is, so you can find my mouse in that green circle, there's the green circle again. The mouse is sometimes a vertical eye and sometimes it is a horizontal eye. Right now it is a horizontal eye. And if I have the cursor being a horizontal eye and I click the mouse button, I get a horizontal line. And if I just start typing, I'm getting an input cell, not a text cell. And I know that it's an input cell because it is a fixed width, bold-faced, and in this case, blue font. And I can actually activate that and I get the same thing back. Now, I don't want to write my comments in input cells. So I'm going to put the cursor over here on the cell bracket and I press delete and it gets rid of that. Now, again, I want to start by the process with what if I have the cursor being wherever and I need to create a brand new text cell. So the first thing that I need to do is I need to get that cursor to be a horizontal eye. You can see the horizontal eye there in the green circle. And I click to get the horizontal line. Before I start typing, I can go up here to the format menu and I can slide down to style and I can do text. Now you'll notice that there's a keyboard shortcut, and on my Macintosh it is a Command 7. On a PC it would be an Alt 7. If I select that menu item and now start typing, I get this is a text cell and the font matches the text cells around it. The default color is going to be a black, which is fine. The important thing about a text cell is that you cannot activate it. If you try the shift return, you're just going to get a return. It will not activate. And that's the important thing about having a text cell. Now, the other thing is that because there is a keyboard shortcut, you can get used to using the keyboard shortcut. In other words, to create a text cell, you get the cursor to be that horizontal line, then you click the mouse, and then you do, on a Macintosh, it's a Command 7, on a PC, it is an Alt 7, and then you can start typing, and it will be a text cell. Whenever you are asked to explain something in a notebook, I want you to use a text cell to write your English explanation. So in this particular question, the content for this answer should start off with, depending upon whether or not you were surprised by the graph, yes, this graph surprised me. Because And I just goofed by creating something. So yes, this graph surprised me because, or no, this graph did not surprise me. And that's all there is to creating a text cell.